Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Words I Choose to Live By. I'm Cyrus Webb, joined by my co host, Tina Siemens. So glad you guys could be with us. For those of you on the simulcast tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and on X, we're glad you all can be with us. Going to bring in our friends over on IG so they can be a part of our chat. And last but certainly not least, going to connect with our friends over on Amazon Live. We have a lot to be able to talk about today. Tina and I are actually going on break at the end of this month. So our season will be ending for you guys. We'll be letting you guys know throughout the month when we'll be returning. But we're definitely excited for you guys to be with us. I want to say welcome to you guys joining us on Amazon. If you guys are new to us on Amazon, welcome to National Reading Month. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button either here in this corner or down below. You also will see my book, Words I Choose to Live By, as well as my co-host Tina Siemens' books, Seminole Some People Never Give Up, The Little Sinners That Could, as well as her newest book, Post Oak, as well. Glad you guys could join us for week 10 of Words I Choose to Live By. Tina, how you doing?
I am blessed. Great to have a great start of a busy month, National Reading Month, Women's Month, and like we spoke about before we came on, it's Texas Independence Day today. So many
There you
things
go.
happening.
Exactly, exactly. And I should say for Tina and myself, it is also National Ebook Month as well. It's a lot of
Yes.
things being celebrated. So again, Tina and my books are all available on ebook. Tina, I'm excited about this message. First of all, can you believe it's March?
No, no. Time flies.
Time is flying, and it's like it is. I tell people for myself personally, it seems like the week goes Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
Wednesday and Thursday are normally a blur, but I always look forward to these messages, Tina. And I want to say again, thank you so much for joining me on this journey with Words I Choose to Live By. It's been great being able to have your own thoughts. You and I were just talking about this message. As I mentioned, it is week number 10 for our audience that have their copy of my book. If you don't have your copy, you can get it right now on Amazon. I should mention for this month, for National Reading Month, I do have Words I Choose to Live By on sale, the print edition for only $7.99. So you can get the print edition for $7.99, or you can be able to get the Kindle edition for $3.99 as well. That's our gift to you guys for this month. But the message for week 10 is vows of victory. Vow to speak words of victory, not defeat. And Tina and I were talking about this message is so important for all of us because each one of us every day we have choices to make. People are not always nice. People are not always kind. And quite honestly, life happens to each one of us. There may be situations we can't control that happen. But what we have to make sure we do is to not to have a defeatist attitude. And I say all the time, and I actually was saying Tina's a part of my PR group, Conversations Media Group, and I said to them over the weekend, we have to focus on the wins and not focus on what we didn't do. And for me, myself, I really try to do that every day. So, Tina, I want to throw it to you. What helps you to be able to speak words of victory in your life instead of words of defeat?
Thank you so much. Again, it's a privilege to be on here with Words I Choose to Live By. Uh, I think, again, it's so much about attitude. Whether
Yeah.
I look at my life as half full or half empty, it's that which will drive my thinking. And I loved what you have this week. It's in the Fridays. While others are busy talking, stay busy doing all you can to show that you are living. Like that is the attitude is all in my court. The ball is now, what will I do with that? And to have a positive outlook is gonna result in having a positive words and positive actions with our words.
Yeah. Tina, I know, that's why I think, I tell people there are things that I call God situations. And I think the
Yes.
two of us being here as co-hosts of this, both of us have had some of the same challenges of not
Yes.
always seeing the greatness that we have inside of us, not always seeing the value that we have to bring. It is easy for us, especially those of us who are high achievers, to focus on what we didn't get done, right? Instead of saying, "Oh, I did this and I did that," we think, "Well, I didn't do this, or
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
didn't happen, and I wasn't able to do that." And I catch myself sometimes even today,
Mhm.
saying, well, you know what? I didn't get everything done on my to-do list. Instead of thinking, wow, look at all the things I get done. What helps
Yeah.
you to have that perspective and be kinder to yourself, Tina, when it comes to looking at your own achievements?
I think for me, it helps to have my end goal. What is the bigger picture? What is
Mhm.
my purpose? And then if I keep reminding me daily, I have to remind me this is a purpose. This is why I was born. And so if I keep that in my frontal cortex of my brain, that this is the purpose that I'm born, then the details are what completes that purpose. But it does not matter if it is a color that doesn't shine as bright on a particular day. But the
Mhm.
overall, the bigger picture is my purpose. I'm living my purpose. And I think that is so powerful for people to know why are they doing what they're doing. And that keeps me grounded and forward driven.
Yeah. And I think too, Tina, looking at our audience, I think, here we are as we were just talking about it. It's March now, which
Yes.
means we're literally 3 months into
Yes.
2026 and or entering the third month. And a lot of times people will look at, and I've heard people say this to me, this year is not going well.
Yeah.
And I'll push them on that and I'll say, well, is it every day that's not going well? Or did something happen that makes you feel like this is not going well? And I think that's where I hope our audience is able to be careful, Tina, because
Mhm.
we all can have bad days. We all can have
Yeah.
challenges, yes. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean the whole day is bad or the whole week is
Exactly.
bad or the whole month or the whole year is bad. So that to me goes to our perspective. So Tina,
Mm.
what helps you to have the right perspective even when you don't have the best day?
Well, that is such a key thing. If I know that I've missed or I've fallen, then to have the courage to just get up and start anew. For me to start saying that now that was that moment, and the
Mhm.
circumstances might have contributed to it, but will I allow that moment to define the rest of my day or the rest of that particular uh, job or that particular task that I want to complete? So there
Mhm.
again, it's not let us not define ourselves by just one moment or one thing. There may be something that I'm downstairs and I forgot my charger upstairs and the battery's running low. Does that now make me say, no, this podcast is not going to happen? That
Mhm.
battery might last the
Yeah.
rest of the podcast, but luckily mine is charging. But it is these details that we allow ourselves to dictate whether we are going to think myself as a winner or I've already lost, and therefore it's no use. But to pick myself up, if there has been a low time, pick myself up and say, I'm going to start anew.
Love that. Want to give some shout outs. Hello to you, Prairie Dodgers. Hey, Cindy, joining us over there on IG. Hello to you, Moses Maddox. Moses says hello as well, Tina. And hello to you, Ahmad. Good to be able to see you as well over there on IG. For those who are just tuning in, either on Amazon, we see you guys over there, or on the simulcast, you're watching Words I Choose to Live By. It is week number 10 already of 2026. And this week's message is vows of victory. Vow to speak words of victory, not defeat. And it's a great reminder for all of us to make sure that we are speaking life over ourselves and speaking positivity over ourselves. It doesn't mean everyone is going to like you. It doesn't mean that everyone's going to support you, but you have to make sure that you are going to be victorious. You have to make that decision for yourself as well. What message would you like to leave with our audience, Tina, about the importance of making sure that they're speaking the right words over themselves?
Well, I would just say, forgive yourself. If you have failed, forgiving yourself is the biggest step in recognizing that I made a mistake. We're all humans. We all make mistakes. So forgive yourself and then pick up the bat and just keep moving on, because it is in the defeat that we will lose the game. But if we follow through and say, that was not intentional, it happened, I'm sorry, and then keep moving. But apologizing is so hard. Just admitting that I made a mistake is so hard. But once I get that through my way of thinking, and I do that, the reward is mighty. And so I would say forgive yourself and keep moving on.
Yeah. Such a great reminder, Tina. Thank you so much for that. Again, everyone, week number 10 in Words I Choose to Live By. As I mentioned, my book is on sale this month because it is National Reading Month. You can get your copy of the print edition of my book for only $7.99, or you can be able to get the Kindle edition for $3.99. And also, make sure you guys stay tuned. We have a lot of exciting things happening this month. I have a book signing coming up this month here in my home state of Mississippi, and have some travel coming up to New York, Louisville, Kentucky, and Atlanta, Georgia. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Tina, how can our audience stay connected with you?
Well, they can go to my website. It's Heritage by Tina. You'll see the museum activity and as well as my personal activity. So I'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out at Heritage by Tina.
Love it. Well, Tina, thank you so much for your great thoughts on today's message. Looking forward to next week.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right. And we thank all of you for being with us for this week's episode of Words I Choose to Live By. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.